Hello everyone and welcome. Before we begin, I'd like to say that this video is brought to you by No Panic UK. No Panic UK is a registered charity dedicated to supporting people living with anxiety-related conditions. This includes panic attacks, panic disorder, phobias, obsessive compulsive disorder, and generalized anxiety. Their mission is simple but powerful: to help people understand anxiety, manage its symptoms, and work towards recovery without judgment and without shame. They do this by offering practical support services, including helplines, guided breathing exercises, mentoring programs, and self-help resources. Everything they provide is designed to remind people that anxiety is not a personal failure. It's a condition that can be understood and treated, and no one has to face it alone. Today's video is part of that mission, encouraging open, honest conversations about mental health and making sure people know where support is available when they need it. And that brings us to why we're here today. Time to Talk Day. I want to start with a simple question. When someone asks, "How are you?" how often do we answer honestly? Most of us default to "I'm fine" or "I'm okay," even when that's not really true. Not because we're dishonest people, but because talking about how we actually feel can be awkward, vulnerable, or risky. We don't want to be a burden. We don't know how others will react. Sometimes we don't even have the words ourselves. And that's exactly why Time to Talk Day exists. Time to Talk Day is the UK's annual national day dedicated to opening up conversations about mental health. It takes place on the first Thursday of February each year. Its goal is simple but powerful: to normalize talking about mental health in everyday life. Not just in therapy rooms, not just in moments of crisis, but over tea, on lunch breaks, in text messages, at home. Because conversation is often the first step to support. Today I want to talk about 3 things. First, what Time to Talk Day is really about and why it matters. Second, how we can feel more confident starting and holding supportive conversations. And third, where help exists, including the work of No Panic UK, their helpline, and a breathing exercise that can help in moments of anxiety. This isn't about becoming mental health experts, it's about becoming more human with each other. Time to Talk Day was created to challenge the stigma that still surrounds mental health. Even though awareness has improved hugely over the last decade, many people still feel uncomfortable speaking openly about anxiety, depression, panic, or emotional distress. Some worry they'll be judged, some worry they'll be seen as weak, some don't want to worry the people they love. And yet, we know that talking earlier can reduce isolation, encourage help seeking, and support recovery. Silence often makes things heavier. Conversations help share the load. Time to Talk Day encourages individuals, schools, universities, workplaces, families, and communities to create spaces where conversations about mental well-being are welcomed, not avoided. Participation doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as sending a message to a friend, asking someone, "How are you?" really, sharing a cup of tea and leaving space for honesty, or letting someone know they're not alone. Small conversations create cultural change. But even when we know talking matters, starting the conversation can feel difficult. Many people worry, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I make it worse? What if they don't want to talk? What if I don't know how to help? These are normal fears, but here's the truth. You don't need perfect words, you just need presence. Often the most supportive thing we can do is listen without judgment, not rushing to fix, not offering instant advice, just showing someone they've been heard. Simple phrases go a long way. "I'm here. You don't have to go through this alone. Thank you for telling me. That sounds really tough." Conversation isn't about solving everything in one moment. It's about opening a door instead of leaving someone behind a closed one. Sometimes, though, the person we're supporting, or even we ourselves, might be dealing with something more intense than everyday stress. Anxiety disorders, panic attacks, phobias, intrusive thoughts, or overwhelming fear responses can make daily life feel frightening and exhausting. That's where organizations like No Panic UK play such an important role. No Panic UK specializes in supporting people living with anxiety-related conditions. They offer guidance, reassurance, coping tools, and peer support from trained volunteers who understand anxiety not as a weakness, but as something real and treatable. One of their key services is the No Panic Helpline. The helpline number is 0300-772-9844. It's open every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., including weekends and holidays. When someone calls, they speak to a trained volunteer who listens, offers reassurance, and provides guidance on coping strategies and next steps. Sometimes just hearing a calm voice say you're not alone and what you're feeling is understandable can make a huge difference. Let's take a moment to talk about anxiety itself. Anxiety isn't just feeling nervous before an exam or a presentation. In anxiety disorders, the body's fear system becomes overactive. The heart races, breathing quickens, muscles tense, thoughts spiral. The body reacts as if there is danger even when there isn't. For someone experiencing a panic attack, the sensations can feel terrifying. Shortness of breath, chest tightness, dizziness, shaking, fear of losing control or dying. Without understanding, these experiences feel frightening and mysterious. With understanding, they become something we can work with, manage, and recover from. That's why No Panic teaches practical coping tools, including controlled breathing. No Panic offers a 24-hour recorded breathing exercise line that anyone can call at any time, day or night, to follow a guided calming exercise. The breathing line number is 01952-680-835. You don't have to speak to anyone. You simply listen and follow along. This can be especially helpful late at night or during moments of panic when other services may be closed. I'm going to guide you through a short version of this breathing technique now. If you're comfortable, place your feet flat on the floor, let your shoulders relax, rest your hands where they feel natural. Now breathe in gently through your nose for a slow count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold briefly and breathe out slowly through your mouth for 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Slow, steady, gentle breathing, not forcing, just guiding your nervous system back towards calm. When we breathe slowly, we send a signal to the brain that the danger has passed. With practice, this can reduce the intensity of anxiety responses. It's a small tool, but small tools change lives. Now let's return to the heart of Time to Talk Day, conversation. Talking about mental health doesn't always mean deep or serious disclosures. It can start with everyday check-ins that show people that they matter. You might ask, "You've been on my mind. How are you doing lately? You don't seem yourself. Want to talk? I'm here if you ever want to chat." And if someone opens up to you, listen more than you speak. Avoid judgment, avoid minimizing their feelings, and thank them for trusting you. You don't need to fix everything, you just need to stay present. And if you're the one who needs support, Time to Talk Day is also permission to say, "I'm not okay, I've been struggling, I could use someone to talk to." Reaching out is not weakness, it's courage. Support doesn't always have to come from friends or family. Trained listeners, helplines, counselors, and charities like No Panic exist so no one has to face anxiety alone. Let's repeat those key No Panic resources clearly. No Panic Helpline 0300-772-9844. This helpline is open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. The No Panic breathing exercise line is 01952-680-835, and this is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if anyone is ever in immediate danger, emergency services in the UK can be reached by calling 999, and Samaritans are available 24/7 on 116-123. Help is always there, even when your mind tells you otherwise. Just remember, a single conversation can reduce shame, ease loneliness, encourage someone to seek help, remind a person they matter. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need perfect words. You simply need to be willing to talk and to listen. This Time to Talk Day, I invite you to do one small thing. Send a message, ask a question, share a cup of tea, or speak your own truth. because when we talk, we make space for healing, and when we listen, we make space for hope. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being part of this conversation.